we have the debut of a pretty hyped heavyweight prospect. His name is Robelis Despaigne. He is a kind of a karate fighter. He's 4-0. This is making his UFC debut right now. He's coming off of I think that his last three fights have lasted a total of like less than a minute. So, like total. So I think this guy is, coming in and trying to really finish the fight. Josh Parisian, he's fighting against Josh Parisian, 15-7. He is 2-3 in his last five, and Josh Parisian is actually coming off that submission loss to Martin Buday via Kimura. Moving on to the odds for this fight, Despain is minus 320, open up at a minus 500, and I saw some some good odds for him, minus 287 earlier today. Kind of wish I locked that down now looking at it. Alex, I'll let you start off with this heavyweight breakdown. What do you think about this fight between Despain and Parisian here?
Yeah, this fight's pretty funny because I was actually doing UFC 299 tape study last week, and I remember getting to this fight and searching this guy up on YouTube, and I swear I think I watched his entire career highlights in a 4 minute
Yeah.
in a 4 minute YouTube video. Um, yeah, I mean I think this guy he's on the juice, man. Like he's insane. Looks like an insane athlete. Uh, Olympic Taekwondo medalist. I think that's his background. Looks very nimble for his size. The way he can, you know, utilize those leg kicks. And then, obviously he has that one shot knockout power, like one punch man.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think he's definitely the side here, but obviously the worry is that he's making his UFC debut against probably much better competition in Parisian. Although Parisian has not looked good in his last two outings, got submitted by Budai, who and Budai got clobbered by Gaziv. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like this is a lock as well, but uh yeah, I don't know yet. I don't
Yeah.
know yet.
No, no, I share your sentiment, man. It's hard to lock in on a heavyweight after, what we witnessed in the main event last week. Despain, just a big Cuban guy. I mean, he's 6'7", 87-inch reach. It's like, I think the 87-inch is probably going to be a record for the UFC once he enters. I think he's probably has the longest reach in UFC history. And he's 6'7". I mean, this guy's really tall. Like you mentioned, this guy's an Olympic gold medalist in Taekwondo. I believe he got the bronze medal. Transitioned to MMA last 2 years and has not even seen a second round thus far. Low hands, Taekwondo kind of style, right? I think very unpredictable guy, can attack from different angles and just really utilizes his frame well. Just really his physical attributes as well. Now, this style, I think that it could lend itself to, him getting hit. However, he's just not paid that price so far in his matchups. Will he pay it here? I'm not too sure. I mean, I think that he moves pretty well for his size and just launch like jumping attacks, spinning attacks, flying attacks as well. This guy's pretty dynamic. He also has pretty unproven grappling, though. I mean, we've just not had the chance to really see in that area thus far. It's a really short MMA career. I mean, this guy only has 4 fights. 3 of them lasted under a minute. Josh is just that classic UFC heavyweight run of the mill kind of guy, right? I think he's just solid everywhere, but just not great anywhere. Likes to rely on volume, just toughness. Uses his frame to wear on his opponents in the clinch and the grappling department. He can get taken down though, 46% takedown defense, and he can't get hit. So he has a 41% striking defense and just has not really looked that impressive overall in his career. He's gotten more losses than wins. I think Despain should be able to finish Parisian in the first round. I just don't see how this guy could lose, in my opinion. I mean, he's a much better athlete than Josh, and Josh just does not seem to have the game to expose any weak points for Despain yet. So I think that the UFC is getting a good train on Despain right now, and probably picked him a really good opponent for this because if they picked him maybe a tougher opponent, I could see potential for a trap. But I just feel like Josh Parisian is potentially on his way out. After maybe 3 losses here. So yeah, give me Despaigne. I think he's a parlay piece. I'll play him in his KO line. I'm not sure what that is right now. Let me check. Let me see if it even dropped yet. Probably hasn't dropped yet, but yeah, I think Despaigne's probably gonna knock this guy out round 1, I believe. So